dear participants. So we have our last session today. I have the privilege to introduce our last speaker, Professor P. Muhammad Iqbal. Muhammad Iqbal has completed his B.Tech from this college itself, and he has completed his M.Tech from IIT Delhi in Thermal Engineering. And he's also on the verge of his completion of his PhD, that is from IIT Kharagpur. His research interests are in gas hydrates and Stirling engines. He has a number of paper publications in these areas. And apart from academics, he has also a liking towards software development. He likes to write different types of codes. And he is also a regular contributor to articles in Wikipedia. He is also very active in various Linux communities as well. And he is also a proponent of open source software. And apart from all these, he is also a karate black belt. So I request Professor Muhammad Iqbal to come on to the stage and have his presentation.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Do we really need this? Do you think you can hear me without this? No. How's that? Okay. Wireless protection is also good. The easiest way to get rid of these things is to buy Kaspersky. Kaspersky is a antivirus solution which even the virus producers use. Okay. Now, just a few minutes before, you had an excellent presentation on how to present technical papers. So I will request you to just disregard the second part of this. Okay? We will just learn how to write a technical paper. That's it. Fine? Hopefully. That is the written motive. Okay. The technical paper is not written like an ordinary essay or an ordinary, say, letter to some publication. Technical papers have got certain guidelines. Without that, it is not possible that your technical paper will ever get published. The good thing about this is, you can learn through experience. You write a technical paper, send it to some journal, it comes back by the return mail saying rejected. Okay? So you make changes, you send it again, it comes back saying rejected. After a few pink slips like this, you are definitely going to learn what an editor is going to like. Okay? It's actually what an editor likes. That is the most important part, that most important secret in writing successful technical papers that get published. Okay? And as a matter of fact, in today's world, it's a happy chance that almost all editors want just one thing. What is that? Something new. Anything which is fresh, anything which has not been published before is welcome. So before you start writing a technical paper, find out whether this material has already been published or not. If somebody has already published material on this, then you are going to reinvent the wheel. You should write it at all. Or you should take a totally different. You should take a totally different subject. That's what it means. Okay? Forget about all this. You don't have time for this. Now, these are types of technical papers. You can take a look at. You people are interested in writing what? Conference papers or journal papers? Survey papers? Journal research papers? Whatever it is, each of them have got a slightly different modus operandi while writing. Slightly different. Right? we'll assume that you are going to prepare for a seminar. Okay? Most of you will already have published, right? Most of the people here I can see have already published papers, right? Or are going to present papers within a few weeks. I know there are people here who are going to present within a few weeks. I myself am going to present in 2 weeks' time. First of all, find out what you want, right? What you want, right? And then organize it. Title of the paper, authors, designations, addresses, those are basic things. Abstract. Abstract is the one thing which you want to make as catch the eye as you like. Because if it catches the eye of the editor, it is guaranteed that you are going to get it presented. As a matter of fact, I myself had a paper which it came back with a note that when I read the abstract, the editor said, when I read the abstract, I was wonderstruck that such a wonderful paper is about to be inducted inside my journal. But when I read the material, I found that it was not sufficient. What you should do is make the abstract wonderful. Make it less than 60, 70 words, but make it to the point and make it appear as though something totally, novel. So that even if you get rejected letters, at least they will say, I never saw such a wonderful abstract. Okay? Try to make it, don't write lies. Don't write lies about your paper. But try to make it as appealing to the public as possible. Appealing to which public? The journal reading public. Not everybody is. Okay? Okay, after the abstract, there should be keywords. Like, keywords are usually a totally new innovation. If you look at papers before 1960s or 70s, you won't find keywords. Keywords are an object, the art of the modern technology era. In the sense that keywords are necessary for Googling. Keywords are necessary for Googling. That is why keywords are important. When you want to find an article on snake oil, if your article has got keyword called snake oil, definitely your article will come out in the front. Okay? That is what is most important. That is the importance of keywords. Okay? People get to know that what this thing is about. Oh, this is about this, such and such a thing. That is the idea. Then, after the abstract, sometimes you might also need to have a section describing the what shall I say, the key phrases, or rather the equations that you are going to write. And after that, of course, you have other sections, different sections. Introduction, what people have done about this before. What people have done about this before. That is also important. And what you propose to do. And how it is different from what people have done before. How it is different from what people have done before. That is the most important thing. People have done such and such and such and such a thing, but people have not looked into this part of the problem. That is what I am doing. Okay? That is what I am doing. That is the way you have to present your problem to the audience. Okay? And then, what you actually propose to do, the analysis, how you did it, and the result. If possible, give the maximum possible space in your paper to what? To implementation and results. Here's the chumma. There's something like that. Introduction to problems are all this. Okay? Our is going to do that, that is going to do. That's it. Same thing. Literature survey. As a matter of fact, today literature survey is very easy. All you have to do is go to sciencedirect.com. Go to sciencedirect.com and ensure that you are in an institution which has got institutional access to sciencedirect.com. Which unfortunately, as of today, we don't. Which I urge my department heads to consider that we also be included in subscribing to sciencedirect.com. This is the single most important website you will need for your literature survey. Single most important. Every single IIT worth its name, every IIT and every single NIT worth its name has got institutional access to sciencedirect.com. But today, if I want something, when I am sitting at Kollam, what I have to do, I have to call my friend in IIT and I want to go to our paper and directly, I download it and I show. That's what I have got to do. Understand? But if we have got institutional access, sit at our room, sit at our CAD lab or wherever, and then your literature survey for the entire PhD or MTech or whatever thing you are doing will be over, I guarantee you, in just 5 or 6 hours. Finished. In between you can go and have tea also. Even with that, 5 and 6 hours you will get all the relevant papers. Nothing else to do. So literature survey is one of the simplest works, job in your writing the technical paper today. Understand? Excuse me. You learn this all. Main body. This is my work, quite important. My competitor's work, slightly less important. This could be the best in work whatever. Okay? This is how you analyze your work inside your paper. You should give importance to yourself. Blowing your own horn is an important thing today in a technical paper. Right? Even though you are a very modest person, you will have to do this. You don't have time for all that. As far as possible, try to give pictures. And if you are publishing in certain types of journals, preferably give black and white pictures. The reason is, you have to pay for the publication, and some of the journals, they want you to pay for it if you are giving color pictures. Whereas if you give black and white, it's free. Okay? So preferably, it should be black. And anyway, figures are essential. They give the reader an idea of what exactly you are trying to say. Okay? Then how you refer? All those things you already know. That is important. In conclusions, you will say what was actually achieved in the paper and whether those conclusions are of any relevance in today's practical work. Even in theoretical physics, which is supposed, theoretical mathematics, which is supposed to be the rarefied area of pure knowledge, even the commercialism has extended its antenna so that anything which is work today in a technical paper, people will ask, people always ask that. So essentially, you have to say what is the industrial implications of your work. That is inner conclusions. Okay, that is most important today. Okay, especially if you are in the lookout for a good job as a consultant or something. If you implicate that this work has such and such an implication in the industry, then you are certain to be wrong. You will become a very important person. I'm sorry about that. Say what cannot be done in your work. That is also important. What has not been accomplished, what is yet to be accomplished, all those things are to be explained. And point out what can be done further. Say what can be done later on. There is a way you write references. Square brackets, preferably you want the Christian names, the first names, okay, and shorten them into initials. You can either write Aho AV or AV Aho, but follow that succinctly till the end. If you write AV Aho and then Hocraft D, that is not right. Either leave the initials first or leave the initials last. And then your name of the paper that you are referring to is in inverted commas, and the publisher or the journal, it comes next, and then the year comes next, and then comes the page numbers. Like you can see here, 334 to 339. So this is the correct format. Writing style. Most important thing that you have to think about is that sentences should not be too long. Cut sentences. Cut it and make it shorter. Problem with long sentences is that once the reader reaches the end of the sentence, he forgets what was in the beginning. So it is necessary that you cut your sentences, break it up into 2 pieces, 3 pieces as much as possible. Make it succinct, make it short, make it reach the point. Okay? Make it smaller. Avoid repetition of certain words and avoid above all, avoid jargon. And you should see who your audience is. Whether it is you are presenting a paper or whether you are writing a paper. Whenever you present, certain things have to be looked into. Like, say for example, there is something called span of attention. I have already explained that somewhere else. Span of attention. If you have got a very young audience, say teenagers, then the span of attention is going to be very small. So you have to keep changing. You have to keep changing subjects in such an audience. For example, it's something like a what shall I call it?